Hello YouTube, I am back after a brief stint away and I have finally come back with my first top 10 list for YouTube. It is not heroes of any form of media as promised before, but instead of games that I found while searching on the interwebs and have played. To be clear on this list, it doesn't really have a specific order of what I like, as I really have anything negative to say about anything on this list. Also, I haven't totally completed all these games, but of all the ones I have played online, or on the internet rather, these are the ones I personally had the most fun with. Nonetheless, here it is, my top 10 favourite video games I have played on the internet, or to give it actual list name on YouTube, top 10 internet games. Number 10, I guess, Xenos. A sort of more recent game I played, and by recent I mean started last year-ish. It's a surprising amount of fun. You play some cyborg guy who has a variety of weapons to use to fight off enemies, and it's pretty decently paced. The weapons all have cool abilities that you can use, and when upgraded to full power you become nearly unstoppable. The story's actually alright too, but I've never been one to notice a good story when I see it. Sorry. Still, for its speed, weapons, and even sometimes tense situations in some levels, which include running gauntlets to escape from homing mines, I'd recommend this game to any fan of the action genre. Number 9, Ninja Luigi. I was torn between this one and its sequel, but I figured I'd choose Numero Uno because I've actually completed it unlike its predecessor. It's a fun game, and even though some levels have very basic concepts behind them, that's not what you're there for. You're there to stealthily dispatch as many samurai as you can. Trying to hide from enemies to sneak up behind them later makes for some surprisingly tense situations, but it all makes it worth it when you get the stealth kill. Sure, when it happens it cuts to an animation and the bad guy is shaded completely black and you can't see the blood in all its red glory, but in my opinion, that just makes it all the better. If you're wondering why my eyes are moving around, by the way, it's because I'm reading it because I've actually written all this down. So, yeah, I'll probably explain in another video, but I just want to get this one done and over with. Okay, moving on. Number 8, Slush Invaders. Based on the Flash animation of the same name, Slush Invaders is actually pretty amazing. Then again, it was Stickpage who made it, so great things were expected. And great things were what we got. The gist of it is you have a myriad of stickmen at your disposal, each of which have different abilities, be they helping you along to beat the levels or just as support characters. I mean, there's even a freaking Jedi stickman who fights with a lightsaber. If that doesn't convince you to try this game out, nothing will. And the fact that there's so much to unlock even when you've completed the game gives it amazing replay value, because trust me, it is worth it. Number 7, Madness Interactive. I could have easily chosen either this or its sequel, Dangerous Madness, for this spot on the list, but like I mentioned with Ninja Luigi earlier, I chose the first one. But unlike Ninja Luigi, I've actually completed both Madness Interactive and Dangerous Madness. So, there. I remember playing this beauty back at school because a friend of mine showed it to me, and it stuck to my mind like glue ever since. You basically hop from place to place, killing bad guys and picking up different weapons. Now, while bad guys can die with one hit, so can you, so it creates a bit of a quiet among the chaos element that you need while playing. Still, if you want good action and awesome violence, look no further than Madness Interactive. Number 5, Rogue Soul. Possibly the most recent game on this list in terms of release, or at least in terms of me playing it, Rogue Soul is a pleasant surprise, not to mention a contrast to all the violence in the video games I've mentioned beforehand in this list. You play as a thief and basically have to keep running and stealing money, beating up bad guys, and delivering flowers to girls, which gives you the ability to double jump for some reason. It's kind of like a side-scrolling 2D version of Assassin's Creed, only with less politics and themes of the world going kablooey involved, and more edge-of-your-seat parkour running and looting cash wherever you go. And doing the Assassin's Creed Dive in Haystack thing is pretty cool too. Number 5, Nitrome Must Die. Nitrome is home to a shit ton of fun, good games, truth be told. Rubble Trouble, Icebreaker, Mutiny, Plunger, hell, lots. But I decided to pick Nitrome Must Die because it's just so much fun to run around what I assume to be the opposites of Nitrome, and just killing your favourite Nitrome video game characters with a variety of different weapons from previous games on the website. Or other games on the website, rather. One of the parts I enjoyed the most was being able to fight against what I assume to be actual office workers. You heard me, not monsters from other games, actual office workers there. I think this is a great game, and the fact that it comes from a website chock full of amazing titles only proves its points that it's the top of the food chain. Well, in my opinion it is anyway. Next one, number 4, Fear Unlimited. If Rogue Soul is a side-scrolling version of Assassin's Creed, then Fear Unlimited is a side-scrolling version of my favourite video game series of all time, Devil May Cry. And to be honest, it actually does a really good job of paying tribute to the DMC series. In Fear Unlimited, you play as Encon, a mercenary who is hunted by demons, as well as his brother, whose name I forgot. I'm pretty sure it's not Virgil though. Much like Dante, Encon has a sword and two pistols, has a similar fighting style, has cool hair. Heck, the game even employs a ranking system similar to that of the one found in the DMC series. But comparisons aside, Fear Unlimited is good enough to stand on its own merits, and it's one of my favourite side-scrolling action games ever. Number 3, Thing Thing 4. I was somewhat hesitant to include this one on the list, considering that I haven't completed the game or any of its predecessors or successors, but still, despite what little face time I've had with it, I heavily enjoy each go I have on it. I know I said at the start I won't have anything negative to say, so I will try and keep this one as positive as I can, but I guess due to the fact I haven't completed any of the other games, I don't really fully understand this one. I just guess I like it more because it looks better than the others, its soundtrack is better than the others, yeah, it looks better, its soundtrack is better, and the customization options are way better than the others. I promise to actually take the Thing series seriously at some point, but for now, it can enjoy its spot here and on my list. Number 2, Spellblazer. No, I'm not asking you to spell the word blazer. Spellblazer is the actual name of the game. And now that I am done with my sense of humour that nobody but me finds funny, let's talk about the actual game. Spellblazer is a puzzle game where you play as a wizard who is named Caven and not Harry, much to my shock and slight disappointment. Anyway, you walk around different lands, fighting all sorts of bad guys and using different spells to fight and defeat them, unlocking more spells as you go along the way for more interesting results. The story actually gets pretty good near the end when you unlock dark magic, and a few cutscenes later, when Caven is sent on the run, and the game sort of ends abruptly, leaving it wide open for a possible sequel. Let's hope they make one soon. And now my number 1 favourite game to play on the internet. Epsilon. I had a really tough time excuse me. I had a really tough time wanting to choose this one as the top game in my list, considering it's been a while since I've played it. I mean, this game has pretty much no violence at all, and the main objective is basically just to control a pair of wormholes to get an orb into a portal to continue to the next level. So it all seems simple and boring, right? Wrong! 2 words. Science, bitch. Seriously though, the physics and science used in this game is positively breathtaking and can result in some strange, often hazardous and hilarious results when playing, especially in the later levels when you get to play around with gravity, rewind time, and even use black holes. So for a game with no violence and for sounding like an internet version of Portal, has it grabbed your attention now? Because it certainly grabbed mine when I first played it, and for that reason it takes the number 1 spot on my list. Okay, thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. I don't know what the top 10 list for that one will be, but if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. You know, if you want to, also if you want to like or dislike the video, I don't really care. Share it if you want to, subscribe, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one.